Greetings, YouTube. Pet peeve time. Um, we are very comfortable with up. Up's easy. Here's up, there's down. When you're standing on a big ball of rock like we are, I know it's not a perfect sphere, please don't tell me that. We are under the effects of gravity. So we have a very distinct up and down. And if you screw with people's ability to perceive that, things get very strange very quickly. I know of many instances where people caught in avalanches in snow, buried in the snow, can't tell where they are because suddenly their visual cues have been completely uh, erased because of the situation they're in and the tumbling that they experienced in the process of being caught in an avalanche. Um, so that sometimes they've been known to dig in the wrong direction, which is not a good thing. So yeah, we need up and down. But you know what you don't need up and down in? Out in space. There is no up and down. And I gotta tell you, I've grown really tired of spaceships deciding that there is a distinct up and down. Because let's think about it. Whenever you see a spaceship approach a planet, here's your planet. The spaceship comes in like this, with the bottom right on here, top going up, bottom down. They never, they don't seem to approach this way very often. They don't seem to approach this way very often. They always seem to be approaching in the orbital plane the planet is in, and always in a perfect orientation, and all the ships that are present or approach the planet all seem to agree that they were all facing the same direction. So all the ships are in the same plane, and they tend to be very close together here. They don't ever tend to be misplaced like this. Now, I understand that this is something somewhat an artifact of the screen you're looking at. It's a specific size, so you have to fit things in there. But at the expense of what makes sense and at the expense of the reality of the situation, it bothers me. There has to be another way of approaching this because there is no up in space. We don't need to have everything be an emulation of planes on Earth, which is what they essentially do. They've taken the characteristics of planes and combat in an atmosphere and just projected it out there in space. Now, I understand that there are some settings in science fiction that have closer to realistic types of combat than others. For example, you're probably not going to have the same types of ships out in space as you're going to have here. There's going to be lots and lots of just big vessels firing at ranges so far away that you could very likely not even see your target. It is not going to be visually spectacular because you're going to be firing missiles, and at some point in the future when energy weapons become more viable, energy weapons at targets very far away. And remember, there's essentially no difference between pulling the trigger on an energy weapon and the energy weapon hitting its target. So there's no lead time you have to worry about. There's no atmospheric warping when it comes to things like that. No, it's just boom, boom, and you hit your target or you don't hit your target. If you've got good targeting systems, you hit your target. Um, so I understand that the visual setting will be much different in reality if this ever happens, which I think it probably won't, because let's face it, combat in space makes very little sense. But of course, we're humans. We just seem to like to kill each other, so maybe I'm wrong on that one. And intergalactic warfare is dumb. There's too many resources out there. There's plenty for everyone. We don't need to fight over diddly. Um, so I still hate the fact that the ships are all in the same. They're always like this. There's never any other orientations going on here. There's never the concept that up and down has no meaning to anything. And I've never really seen a good representation of that. So now I have not consumed all science fiction media in the universe. So maybe somebody can demonstrate to me a setting that does in fact have realistic representation of the fact that in space there is no up and down. Maybe there's a property out there that handles it better than all the rest. If there is, I would love to know about it. It would be awesome. So if you could tell me in comments below about science fiction properties that actually have semi-realistic uh, facing to ships and the acceptance that in space there is no up and down, I would be really thrilled. So tell me, what is it in science fiction that really chafes you?